Carver played a small part in my career, but I would say Carver played a major role in my career. When I graduated from the Curtis Institute of Music, I needed a double bass. I'm of course, performing musician, and when I was at Curtis, I was provided an instrument by the school, a very fine instrument of very great quality. But upon graduation, it was sayonara to that bass. And so I need to take out a loan. Now, because of folks like you and folks like my parents, I was always very frugal. I was very fiscally responsible with my funds and my finances. And I saved up a lot of money, Mr. James. I saved up a lot of money. For any graduating college student, one would say this is a lot of money. Yeah. Specifically, it was $23,000 I had in my bank. And Mr. James, not one bank that I went to would give me a loan for $23,000, which is what I was looking for. Not one bank. And I was trying to figure out where I could go. And of course, I was in Philadelphia at the time. And it was my parents who said, like, why don't you give Mr. James a call and see if Carver would give you this loan? And that loan that Carver did approve provided me with the instrument that would ultimately win me my first job with the Grand Rapids Symphony as Principal Double-Bass. I am very, very grateful for that. I appreciate the investment, and I'm proud to say that I paid that loan off really, really quickly.
I remember that conversation when you called, and I need to tell you, your father did not give me any heads up that his son was going to be calling me. Yeah, so as I recall, you called, and I knew who you were, and I had a wonderful conversation with you, and it has to do with more the character of the individual that I was talking to. I don't know if I knew, you might have said to me that you had money in a bank up there, and that they would not lend you the money. But I have known you and watched you grow up since you were an infant. And I watched you when you were in high school and elementary school and then high school and so forth. And I remember how excited we were when you were leaving for college at the Curtis. And so that was an easy decision for me to make because I knew the character of the individual I was talking to.
I understand.
If you said that you were going to pay the loan back, I knew you were going to pay it back. And it's a name that your family has in this community that you have to uphold, and of course your father and your mother have built that name. So we felt very, very pleased that you felt comfortable calling on us for that particular first loan.
Because now, at this point in my life, I had the opportunity. I've been pouring so much and investing in myself.
Yes.
I mean, I was trying to do things in community work, but doing this to be one of the best in the world, it requires a lot of attention to yourself.
Yes.
But because I attained this position, I then had the opportunity, not only the opportunity, but the responsibility to figure out ways to provide opportunities for other people. There aren't many people in my profession who look like me in the work that I do. And your investment in me was not only investment in me, even with the trust of my family, whether you knew it or not, but it was an investment in the arts. It was an investment in the possibility of me fulfilling a dream that I was attaining to reach. And none of us get to where we are on our own. That's something I learned here in Savannah. That's something I learned through the services Carver did for me and my family. And it's something that I share with my young people on a regular basis. I wear a lot of different hats.
Yes.
I teach at the Juilliard School. I'm on faculty there now. One of my other big roles in my life has been, for many years, being the executive director of a nonprofit that I started right here in Savannah called Project 440. And Project 440, when we started in Savannah, we started after the demise of the Savannah Symphony, which was in 2003. And all we wanted to do was fill a void left in music education